Dear students, welcome to the lecture on Inorganic Qualitative Analysis. In the previous lectures, we have discussed about intergroup separation and analysis of group 1 cation. In this lecture, we will discuss about the analysis of group 2 cations, bismuth, copper and cadmium cations. In intergroup separation, the solution containing the unknown metal cations is treated with dilute HCl. If group 1 cation is present, it will precipitate as its chloride. The precipitate is separated either by filtration or by centrifugation. To the clear filtrate, again add dilute HCl to ensure the complete precipitation of group 1 cations. If again a precipitate is obtained, it should be again removed by filtration or centrifugation. To the remaining clear solution, the second group reagent is passed, that is dilute HCl, which we have already added. So we need to add only, we need to pass H2S. The second group reagent is dilute HCl plus H2S. If group 2 cations are present, it will precipitate as its insoluble sulfides. Bismuth Bi3+, copper Cu2+, and Cd cadmium Cd2+ are the cations of group 2. The precipitate is separated by filtration or centrifugation, and the remaining the intergroup separation is done using the remaining filtrate. And now we have to find which cation is present in the precipitate. It can be bismuth, copper or cadmium. For this, the precipitate is boiled with dilute HNO3, then dilute sulfuric acid is added and treated with excess of ammonium hydroxide. By doing all these reactions, if bismuth is present, bismuth will precipitate, and if copper or cadmium is present, that will remain in the solution. And thus the separation of group 2 cations is done by using these reagents. Now let us see the reactions. So the group 2 residue is first boiled with dilute HNO3 and centrifuged. Then it is treated with excess of dilute sulfuric acid and then treated with excess of ammonium hydroxide solution. And if bismuth is present, a white residue is obtained. The residue is collected and dissolved in minimum quantity of dilute HCl. The solution is divided into, then that will be soluble in dilute HCl, and it is divided into two portions. One portion is added to large excess of water taken in a small beaker. We can observe a white turbidity. This is a confirmatory test for bismuth, and the turbidity is due to the formation of bismuth oxychloride. And to the second part of the solution, it is treated with sodium stannite solution, and if bismuth is present, it will give a black precipitate. This is the second confirmatory test for bismuth Bi3+ cation. And the precipitate is metallic bismuth. Now let us see the reactions of copper and cadmium, which is obtained in the centrifugate by the addition of dilute nitric acid, dilute sulfuric acid and excess of ammonium hydroxide. On treatment with excess of ammonium hydroxide, bismuth will precipitate, and we have discussed the test for bismuth, and copper and cadmium will be soluble in the solution of excess of ammonium hydroxide. The centrifugate. The reactions of residue is for bismuth, and now we will see the reactions of the centrifugate. The color of the centrifugate is noted. If copper is present, it will show a blue color. Copper is soluble in excess of ammonium hydroxide due to the formation of deep blue complex. It is a coordination complex of copper, tetraamine copper 2 hydroxide. If copper is present, the centrifugate will show a blue color. If it is colorless, it indicates the absence of copper. And if copper is present, the given mixture, the given unknown mixture of the two cations will have a light blue tinge. And the centrifugate is divided into two portions. One portion is acidified with acetic acid and treated with potassium ferrocyanide solution. A brown precipitate is obtained if copper is present. The brown precipitate is copper ferrocyanide. This is the second confirmatory test for copper. Next comes the test for cadmium, Cd2 plus cation. In the absence of copper, if there is no copper in the given mixture, we can do the direct test for cadmium, that is H2S is passed through the solution. We have divided the solution, the centrifugate, into two portions. With the first portion, we have done the test for copper using acetic acid and potassium ferrocyanide. And if copper is absent, to the second portion, we will pass H2S. If cadmium is present, a yellow precipitate of cadmium is obtained. The yellow precipitate is cadmium sulfide. If yellow precipitate is obtained, it shows the presence of cadmium. Then the precipitate is cadmium sulfide. If copper is present, this second portion of the solution has to be treated with Kcn solution till the blue color of the solution disappears. So if copper is present, the solution will have a blue color. So it is treated with Kcn solution until the blue color disappears, and then H2S is passed through the solution. If cadmium is present, it gives a yellow precipitate of cadmium sulfide, and thus the presence of cadmium is confirmed. And this is the scheme for the analysis of group 2 residue. Group 2 cations are bismuth, copper and cadmium. Thank you.